golden retriever gives birth to a strange puppy that stunned the world. Hello there, viewers, and welcome to the channel. Rio, an English golden retriever, recently gave birth to 9 puppies. Now you may wonder what's so unusual about that. It's just the natural process of birthing. But what if we tell you that one of these pups was born with green fur? See, now that's startling. Why would this happen? Did Rio consume something toxic? Was it a genetic mutation? How is this possible? Don't worry, we'll get all the answers in this video. Keep watching it until the end to discover why Rio had a green puppy. So let's first find out what exactly happened. Louise Sutherland and her daughter Claire lived in the town of Golspie in Scotland. Being dog lovers, they owned many pets, including a golden retriever. One day, the mother and daughter duo noticed their golden retriever was pregnant again. She had given birth to multiple puppies 1 year back. Like the previous year, they were excited to the core. Louise had considerable experience caring for dogs, so she believed caring for the upcoming babies would be no trouble. She made all the necessary purchases, planned the impending delivery, and provided Rio with a sizable room to deliver the pups. None of the other pets were allowed near her. After all, Rio needed some peace and space. The day was drawing near. However, when the time came and the puppies were born, it brought along some shocking news for them. It was all hands on deck, but then as the puppies started to arrive, they noticed that one of the puppies had green fur. "We couldn't believe it," Sutherland said. So, the golden retriever Rio had given birth to a bright green puppy. Stunned by this unexpected twist, the owners felt concerned and rushed to check on the puppy. The dog had given birth to a total of 9 puppies, and only one of them was born with green fur. Why would it have green fur? It was becoming too overwhelming for Louise and Claire, whereas Rio didn't feel anything and kept nursing all the newborn pups as if nothing was out of the ordinary. Typical motherly behavior, no? But the owners were skeptical. Claire and Louise had a hunch that the puppy could be ill or had an infection and needed immediate medical attention. Which disease, if any, might it be? What could have caused the condition in a newborn puppy? So many questions, and no one was available to seek answers from, except Google. Louise was flabbergasted. Whatever the situation, it was frightening. Someone had to do something to find out whatever was wrong with the puppy's skin. So Louise decided to search the internet and see if they could uncover anything before seeing the veterinarian. They searched online and were revealed to find that it wasn't due to the exposure of anything toxic or an infection caught during pregnancy. It was just a temporary discoloration. A further probe confirmed that there was nothing wrong with having green fur. It wasn't uncommon for newborns to have discolored hair. They also learned that dogs might be born with a blue or even a red coat. So it wasn't something dangerous, but something that made the puppy unique and special. They were also relieved that their new pup was healthy. Louise and Claire realized it was unique. You don't frequently witness a golden retriever giving birth to a green pup. This happens once in a lifetime. So the women decided to give the unusual pup a name to match its appearance. Its green tint should be reflected in the name, so taking cues from the Scottish Highlands, they chose the name Forest for the puppy. The family has since bonded with their special pup and has no plans to have her green fur dyed. Although Louise loved every one of the 9 puppies, it was impossible to housebreak them all. That would put a hardship on their finances. Furthermore, they lacked the room to house them. Reluctantly, they followed their previous course of action with Rio's first litter. However, they decided to make an exception this time. With the exception of Forest, they were all sold off. They had the impression that the dog belonged to them. The green puppy developed further in the shelter and became a lovable golden retriever. Now that you know the entire story, let's dig deep and find out the root cause behind the discoloration of a dog's fur. Why was the puppy green? The birth of a green baby to a golden retriever was definitely shocking for the family. After some research, they learned that the green color was due to the presence of a bile pigment called biliverdin in living organisms. If you love dogs and are knowledgeable about their anatomy, you may also be familiar with biliverdin. It's a bile pigment produced by the breakdown of hemoglobin. It's green and can be found in the skin, bones, and other tissues of humans and animals. And it's not harmful at all. Our bodies produce biliverdin as part of a normal breakdown of hemoglobin. Biliverdin happens when there isn't enough of an enzyme called biliverdin reductase to convert excessive amounts of bilirubin. Bilirubin is another type of bile pigment that comes from hemoglobin and turns into bilirubin diglucuronide, which doesn't cause discoloration. But in a dog's womb, biliverdin is a green bile pigment. No one knows exactly what the bile pigment does. However, it's present in every female dog's womb. Maybe they stay in the womb to feed and supply nutrients to puppies throughout pregnancy. Puppies rarely have biliverdin occurrences. Although it remains in the bloodstream for the whole of life, it doesn't usually appear. The unusual event of the biliverdin joining into the womb's amniotic fluid. Rio's puppy must have experienced that. Dr. Victor Stora, a resident at the University of Pennsylvania School of Veterinary Medicine, explained that the placenta has an ample blood supply and that a lot of blood travels through it. Blood that exits the placenta is broken down in the uterus to release biliverdin. If this pigment invades into the sac that surrounds the puppy, the color of the fetus's hair is green, he continued. If the puppy's placentation did not ward off the biliverdin and allowed it to enter, it must have been abnormal. Because the placenta is the puppy's primary source of nutrition and oxygen, problems in it frequently result in death. It would seem surprising that only biliverdin would leak through and no other molecules if there's a malfunction in the placenta. This puppy is quite fortunate that the flaw that permitted the entry of biliverdin did not allow access to any other potentially hazardous drugs. Is biliverdin dangerous for the puppy's well-being? Biliverdin does nothing more to the body other than discoloring the fur. There's no risk posed to the life or well-being of the animal. And for your information, the discoloration only lasts a short time. Due to the mother's licking and the fur's continual growth, it continues fading throughout the course of weeks. The pup would eventually resemble its other siblings exactly. Another interesting fact they discovered about the puppy was that its skin wouldn't stay green for its whole life. As many of you may have guessed, this is a rare event caused by too much bile pigment in the amniotic fluid, which causes a dark green or blue color on puppy's skin at birth. This condition is temporary and goes away on its own after a few days of being born. Now, it can be a terrifying experience for any dog owner if they see their puppy with strange colored skin. But rest assured that it's not harmful. It happens occasionally and goes away over time. Dog breeds can be completely unpredictable. While the Golden Retriever is one of the most popular breeds, it's not alone in producing rare color combinations. Breeders can influence traits to some degree, which is why you sometimes see unusual mixes like Dalmatian and Poodle puppies. And this wasn't the first time that this happened to a dog. In 2020, a sheep farmer in Italy, Christian Malocci, reportedly had the same experience when his dog Spelaccia gave birth to 5 puppies, 4 of whom were white, but one was fully covered in green fur. He named the puppy Pistachio to pay tribute to his rare green skin. In Colorado, a Great Dane gave birth to 9 healthy puppies. The 8th one had shamrock-colored fur. Its owner, Caddy Williams, wasn't too shocked though, as he had read about this phenomenon in an article. The puppy was named Verdant. And in Germany, a mint-colored pup was born to another Golden Retriever. This incident happened in the North German town of Wermelskirchen. The owner, Joanna Justice, revealed that the puppy was born right when Halloween was around the corner, which freaked her out. But of course, she did a quick online search and discovered the same thing that Louise Sutherland had and breathed a sigh of relief. Joanna named the puppy Mojito. So many stories are out there about such a strange phenomenon. How come it's still so uncommon and unheard of? We may never know what exactly causes the strange coloring, but we do know that it eventually fades away, and the dog lives a healthy life. And that's what matters, right? We hope this video entertained you. Please share your thoughts in the comments section and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And press that bell icon to stay connected with us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.